Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video coming up on another week of PC and Steam game releases. Want to highlight all of the new games you can be looking forward to, a free-to-play title on the list, as well as a major upgrade for a game that I do want to highlight. An update that will make, hopefully, a formerly not-so-well-received game a lot better. And outside of that, you got a lot of other notable titles coming out, so let's get right into it, and let's start things off with Blind Fate Ito no Yami. This is a action hack and slasher set in the Edo period. However, it's got this sci-fi vibe going on for it. Super unique in terms of setting and premise. The game notes dive into a world that mixes sci-fi and ancient tradition, slash through robots with a trusty katana, use high-tech implants to navigate the surroundings, dodge enemy attacks, and land devastating finishes, reclaim the past following the way of the Japanese samurai in the fantastic period of New Edo. Would imagine something a little bit more on the challenging side. However, visually it looks great, and I think it's got a lot of style to it as well. A game that I think you should definitely have on your radar if you're a fan of hack and slashers, one that I think is going to be one of the surprising games of the next few months, because it's not getting a ton of buzz right now, but I do think if it comes out and delivers, it's a game from a premise standpoint I think a lot of people can sink their teeth into. Blind Fate Ito no Yami is scheduled for release on September 15th. Speaking of a game with a premise that people can sink their teeth into, I think Metal Hellsinger is exactly that as well, and it's also dropping on September 15th. Now, this game has a free demo available on Steam right now, so go check it out. It'll probably give you a decent idea of whether or not you're going to like the game. However, let me describe the game to you, and you're going to realize that this game might be up a lot of people's alley. It's a first-person shooter. However, at the same time, it's got this rhythm aspect to it, and it's bursting with metal music, so you got a little bit of that Doom vibe going on, and you're combining it with metal music. Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people can get into. Heavy metal isn't really my genre of choice when it comes to music. However, employing that in a fast-paced first-person shooter, that just seems like a match made in heaven. Slay to the rhythm of metal and vengeance on an infernal journey through the 8 hells. Make them fear the beat. Metal Hellsinger is a rhythm FPS bursting with demons, badass weapons, and heavy metal music. You've got an original soundtrack here, epic story and challenge mode. Play through an epic storyline narrated by Troy Baker, unlock special challenges, and conquer the realms of torment to become more powerful in the stages and get a leg up on the leaderboard. Fight through fire, ice, metal, and madness. Although commonly known as hell, the infernal planes is in reality a union of 1,000 hells, all of which are terrifying and diabolical in their own way. In order to dethrone the Red Judge, you must fight your way through the fiercest of corners, from the icy world of Oak to the maddening world, and it's coming from the lead designer of Battlefield Bad Company 2, and again, an original metal soundtrack to boot. The soundtrack itself is quite good. Like, there's a lot of the music that I listen to, and based on the demo, it seems like music that definitely goes with the vibe of the game. So I think, again, a lot of you guys are going to be able to get into that. Check out the demo. I think it'll win a lot of you guys over. All right, moving on from that, Toy Logic will be bringing the multiplayer medieval warfare game in Warlander into open beta come September the 12th. So this is right around the corner. An action-packed third-person online multiplayer game with a unique style that matches a medieval-inspired setting, fantastical items and abilities, and even powerful robots. It's got a couple of different game modes, a 2-army battle mode for up to 40 players, and a 5-army battle mode for up to 100 players, as well as a training area to practice your abilities. You've got a roster of deeply tailored class-based characters, and as far as system requirements go, it's a fairly easy game to run with a GTX 960 and an RX 560 at a minimum. Again, free open beta, so everybody can check it out, and it will be live on Steam come September the 12th. All right, moving on from that, not a total new release, however, it is 13 Remake getting a major update on September 13th. Now, if you guys don't know, 13 was a classic first-person shooter that came out all the way back in 2003. It's not a game that got a gigantic amount of buzz back then. However, it became this cult classic. It had such a cool art style, this cel-shaded look, and a lot of people ended up really enjoying it. Then they brought out the 13 Remake, and yikes, not very good at all. It was kind of an abomination. Overwhelmingly negative reception on Steam, and how many games do you see have that kind of reception? However, it's getting a major free update coming September 13th, noting to achieve the quality standards and offer an optimal gaming experience, Microids decided to entrust the development of 13 Remake to the French studio Tower 5, hard at work for more than a year on a major update. This update will be released on September the 13th. On that date, owners of the game will receive a free update and enjoy the game as intended. The development studio reworked the entire game from art direction to the AI and added numerous technical improvements, including refined art style, enhanced AI, reworked HUD, revamped sound design, online multiplayer, 2 to 13 players. So a lot of updates coming to 13. The game is currently on sale, 50% off for $19.99. But even at that price, man, they would need a gargantuan feat to make it, right now it's not even worth your time, let alone your money. And it's going to take a gargantuan feat to get this to a level where I can easily recommend it at $20 to $30. Hopefully it gets it to a level where I can recommend it at like $5 or $10, but yeah, that will be dropping on September 13th again. Hopefully it makes quite the stride for the game. Alright, moving on from that, we have a brand new RPG, a tactical RPG, in Absolute Tactics Daughters of Mercy. Absolute Tactics Daughters of Mercy is a turn-based tactical RPG featuring strategic battles, intriguing puzzles, and exciting quests. Customize your hero's unique class-based attacks and abilities to defeat Father Eldritch's oppressive armies throughout dozens of unique handcrafted map. Cool art style here. If you're into tactics games, another one to be on the lookout for. There is a demo available for this on Steam as well. Alright, next up we have Wayward Strand dropping on September 15th. If you want more of a story-driven game with a really cool look to it, Wayward Strand is exactly the game you should have your eyes on. Seems to have a cool atmosphere, really nice art style, but this is a super story-driven game. It's about interacting with the characters. Wayward Strand is a heartfelt story told in a curious way. Hop aboard an airborne hospital and meet its fully voice cast of characters. As time passes for everyone on board, explore the interwoven lives of the patients and staff, discover something new on each playthrough. So expect quite a bit of dialogue, a story emphasis on this one. Wayward Strand is scheduled for a release on September 15th. And lastly, we have Isonzo, which will be coming September 13th. A World War I first-person shooter, ferocious alpine warfare will test your tactical skills in this authentic World War I FPS battle among the scenic peaks, rugged valleys, and idyllic towers of northern Italy. The Great War on the Italian front is brought to life and elevated to unexpected heights. Visually, the game looks quite good, and it's not like it's got crazy system requirements. A GTX 970 and R9 290 on minimum, GTX 1070 and RX 580 at recommended. Yeah, looks good. Definitely more of a tactical first-person shooter that's trying to, stay a little true to history. Choose from 6 classes based on historical combat roles and build your loadout from a selection of weapon, equipment, and perks linked to that class, giving flexibility and variety while staying grounded. You've got mountain warfare, tactical multiplayer FPS, World War I gameplay, authentic World War I atmosphere as well. Isonzo will be dropping on September the 13th. And that's going to do it for me. Again, quite a few games dropping this week. Personally, really excited for Blind Fate, Ido Yami, hoping that game turns out really well. I love the look to the game. The premise seems really cool, so best hopes for that one. Metal Hellsinger, I think, is a game that a lot of people are going to be able to get into. A couple free-to-play titles. Hopefully 13 gets a nice update, and it'll be at least serviceable if nothing else. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you're adding anything to the wish list, picking anything up, let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.